We expect a big-time crowd for this one from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. The Midsummer Classic between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on the show. I'll be joined in the booth by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters, as close to 400 million votes were cast online to come up with the gentleman you see right here. Final preparations being made down on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League All-Star Game on the show, and it comes your way next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, the National League All-Stars.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, you know, you better not sleep on that guy hitting 7th. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What's your take on him, EK?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
And with that, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we talk about the top catchers in the game. We talk about Molina, Posey, but Wilson Ramos, he does a lot of things really well.
Yasiel Puig comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter, Yasiel Puig.
Into the seats, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, His approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Enos Fuentes is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. High in the air and deep to left center field. Milano looking up. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field, and it pulls the National Leaguers even at 1-1. Here's Bryce Harper now.
From the Atlanta Braves, right
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are two away. With a moment now, let's take a look here at the lineup defensively for the American League. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, out there at first base, Eric Hosmer. He won the 2015 Gold Glove Award, but he's not known just for it being a great defensive player. Runs the bases well, swings the bat, just comes out and grinds every single game. We'll see what he does in this one.
And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there.
Count is 2-1.
He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Hosmer is going to have room as he puts it away right in front of the dugout for the final out of the inning. So one run on one base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. On to the second now at Dodger Stadium, all tied at 1-1. Christopher Luke strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. First pitch on its way. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Plays it first.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a wasted pitch there. 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, well, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Ready on 1-2. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2. Tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Jason Hayward is at the plate as he watches ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. That evens it up 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit to first. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the one out.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Wilson Ramos comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
That was quite a nice little battle as we check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
They have him right here.
Standing in now, Marcus Pagan has so weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
Two-way now.
Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 2 full. The American Leaguers on top, 2-1. And in an all-star game atmosphere like this, it can sometimes be hard to single out one player for an MVP award, but the writers here have spoken as you get a look at our all-star game most valuable player presented by Topps.
And I don't know if this was a unanimous selection or not. There's probably some writer out there who disagrees, but he's a worthy all-star game MVP in my book. And I think all 3 of us put his name down at the top of our ballots.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching...